Oh man, first time hopping in a Raptor. Unreal. So first impression, everything in the Raptor feels much more like performance oriented, which is the first thing you would think when you get in a Raptor versus a regular truck. And I've never driven a Raptor, so I was really excited about this. This is like my birthday. I mean, I'm like my whole life as a kid, I've been dying to drive a Raptor. Here I am. Most people haven't driven a Raptor before. It's behind my head. Yeah, gotta love that. This truck is 67 grand. What was that for? Front camera, low visibility, clean screen. Okay, we're in a Raptor. I don't worry about the front camera. We'll run over whatever it is. All right, so it's so wide bodied that there's no body roll. It feels amazing in turns. I mean, it is amazing. The freaking suspension feels like nothing I've ever felt. I can't believe the suspension compared to what we were just in. This thing is huge and badass like the Trail Boss, but the suspension doesn't feel like something crazy. Let's get out on it a little bit because I got a car coming. And that sound is incredible. And this car sees me. It's not like they don't see me. I'm in a Raptor. Yeah. So it's really cool. First impression, the steering wheel is sporty. All the touch points are definitely nicer. It's more luxury than the one we were just in terms of like it feels. The seats are nice. They hug your body. You have side bolsters on the seats. Nice. You got air conditioned and heated seats, so my ass is cool. No swamp ass to worry about when you're running in the Baja. This thing, we got the, look at that. We got the totally open moonroof, which is really cool. You press it again, it'll go back even further. I'm just gonna open the whole thing. I think I did it right this time. All right, so now we're getting on the highway. Let's focus on getting on the highway for a sec. That's gonna open up. Hear that turbo. I didn't feel any turbo lag at all. I'm gonna close this just because it's a little noisy. And let's listen to this thing a little bit. Let it warm up for a sec. People definitely notice you. It's not as fast as I thought it would be, to be honest with you. The suspension feels really good, though. I will say that. It's still like a little, it's a truck. You get that feedback on the highway. It's a little jumpy. It's less jumpy than I'll say the Trail Boss was, but honestly not by much. It's not much less jumpy. It felt better at low speeds. It's definitely wider. It's way wider. Definitely way wide-bodied. But in terms of speed, it sounds good. It sounds like interesting. It sounds like a turbo motor. It sounds like that kind of like open, like, brat type sound that comes out of a turbo motor, where the all motor truck that we were in definitely will sound better if I put an exhaust on it, like no doubt. But the bumps, the suspension's definitely better. But I'm surprised that it's not faster. That's something that I'm shocked about. I'll actually say that the 6.2 liter Chevy that we were in threw me back harder than this thing. There go my sunglasses. That's all right. I'll take those. I'll grab them. I got it. So we dropped my sunglasses down hard when I hit the brakes. So try to get those without scratching up my sunglasses. Let's keep driving it. I will say the steering feel feels really nice. The steering wheel is much bigger. I like a bigger steering wheel in a pickup truck. It feels better. That Chevy steering wheel felt like I was driving a Tonka toy. With this thing, the steering wheel, this is a man's steering wheel. It's quick. I'm not mashing it all out, but it's quick. It's just not, I think the 6.2 was pulling me harder, though, just maybe the way it was geared, maybe the 10-speed transmission. I'm not sure which trans is in this. I don't know if it's the 8 or the 10. I'm really not positive. It's a good question. I think it's the 10-speed. This is the 19, so yeah, it's the 10-speed. It definitely, that 10-speed trans doesn't feel as good in this, and the turbo lag is a little annoying, I gotta be honest. I mean, you feel it, and it, like, sometimes if you're not in the right RPM, I feel the motor just kind of like womp out on you, or it just kind of like goes blah. and you got nothing. And it takes a second to go. So it's not bad. It's just interesting. It's different. I mean, it's a twin turbo motor versus a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 that just has torque coming out of its ears. So I mean, it's a totally different thing. But I will say, it feels, nothing feels like a Raptor. You feel like you're driving in the widest thing on the road. It feels kind of cool sitting in it. I'd say the ride height is around the same, maybe even a little bit lower. Ford always has this nice visibility out of the side because they have the cutouts right here on the door, which are really nice. So you can see a lot behind you, and it makes it really easy to see the rear. Center console in this, when I got in, I didn't even check the center console because I was so stoked on the fact that it was a Raptor. The center console, I'd say, is better. It's got like a storage piece, and it's a little bit bigger. Giant cup holders, a lot of good storage going on here. You can't beat the panoramic moonroof. That's a sweet thing. Ford has the glasses holder, though. You can put the glasses up there if you want, because we just dropped them on the floor. It's pretty funny. I will say that in terms of drivability, it definitely is nicer to like whip around turns. It's definitely more racy, and like I like that when you can take a pickup truck around a turn pretty quickly. There's something cool about that. That feels nice. It feels safer, you know what I mean? Like when you're driving. The Chevy felt a little bit like narrow and high and planted to where I wouldn't want to take it around a turn. This thing feels stuck around turns. Like I feel pretty good in this, which is nice. I think that guy just shit his pants because he saw a Raptor swerving behind him.
Oh my God.
We'll come back later and clean it up for you, buddy. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
It's pretty sweet though. You got the giant paddle shifters, which I don't know if I would use these or not. I'll try them at the next light here. Automatic climate control, dual zone. You got CarPlay and shit like that. Yeah, let's pull in. Oh God, yeah. Let's definitely go in there and do a little deeper dive on the Raptor. All right, so I finally got to figure out how the Raptor moonroof works, which is not that complicated. I was just kind of driving before, and it wasn't that easy for me to figure out. Yeah, first time in the car. You got the rear sliding window, which is nice. The moonroof opens up. Let's see if it opens all the way. I don't think it does. I think it's just the first piece that opens, which is still nice. It only opens to there. Oh no, it goes further. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So that's fully open. But it's nice because the whole thing opens up out the back like that, which is nice. Like the top two panels both open up. Let's walk around this truck. You got these giant running boards here on the Raptor. This is a 2019 equipped with this. But I will say that the driving feel is totally different. You can really rip this around turns. That's a really neat thing about a Raptor that I think a lot of people don't realize. This wide body gives it a whole different feel around turns. I mean, it's incredible. You got these double bypass shocks here. They're Fox Racing double bypass shocks. Got these giant BF Goodrich tires. I don't know if they're 35s or what, but they're massive. The aggressiveness of the front grille is insane. That's just a beautiful, beautiful truck. Shout out to my mom hanging out in there. Gotta love that. And I will say that, like, if you're looking for a truck that, like, if you're used to driving sports cars and you want a truck and you can afford a Raptor, obviously go for the Raptor. I mean, it definitely drives better than that other 6.2 Trail Boss that I was in, and some of the other off-road trucks that I've driven. Obviously the Tundra. Give you a quick shot of the back. Very cool. Let's see if the tailgate's automatic. Tailgate is automatic. It's got all those folding pieces in there, so you can segment stuff in the tailgate, which is pretty nice. Got the tailgate cover back there. Not bad. That's a heavy tailgate. They say it's made of aluminum, but that tailgate felt pretty solid and pretty heavy. But cool. I do love this truck. It is definitely like the widest thing on the road. You gotta love that about it. There's a lot of cool stuff to love about this truck. You got a front camera, which is pretty neat. You got LEDs on the side because the Raptor is actually wide enough to where it has to legally have a certain amount of lights on it, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna pop the hood for you real quick and give you a peek inside at this beast. This motor in the Raptor is the 3.5 liter EcoBoost twin turbo. From what I've read, it's a pretty reliable motor. All right, so let's pop the hood. There it goes. This is the Ford Performance 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost in this Raptor. You gotta love that. It's just massive. It's giant intake. You can really hear that intake sucking the air when you're driving it. Very cool motor. I definitely do feel a little bit of turbo lag. It's definitely not totally, there's definitely not zero turbo lag. You definitely do feel a little bit of turbo lag when you're driving it. But I will say it's pretty powerful. It's definitely not as powerful as I thought it was gonna be though. I mean, I'm shocked that it wasn't faster than I thought. The 6.2 that I drove felt peppier, mated to the same transmission, which is really interesting. That naturally aspirated power is like waiting for you all the time, where the twin turbo is good once you get it going, but the power's not waiting like the other motor, which makes the drivability a little bit different. It'd be nice if you could put that 6.2 in this Raptor. I wish Ford would bring back a naturally aspirated Raptor. That'd be cool. But I don't think I'm the only one that wants that. All right, so I wanted to quickly also call out the sound system as well. The sound system, the Bang & Olufsen, sounds awesome. Way better bass than the other one. That's a great plus. Going over bumps, the Raptor also feels way more compliant as we're hitting some of these bumps on that same road where we had the big pothole. Feels much, much nicer than the other truck we just drove. So very, very cool that, I mean, obviously you would definitely expect that from the Raptor. Trying to close that rear window. I forget how. Right here we go. All right, closing the rear window. Now we're driving the Raptor back to the dealer. Got to figure out which truck I'm gonna end up buying, guys. But that's it for me on the Ford Raptor, guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate every single subscriber that I get. It really helps me carve out more time to be able to secure more vehicles from these dealerships so I can bring them to you on this channel. So if you liked it, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. But until next time, guys, I hope you stay safe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.